But it's definitely just one of these heroes that I kind of look at and just wonder,
prepare for battle.
How can you stop him when he gets later in his levels? In the early stages, I think he's been nerfed a hell of a lot, and at least taken away from that whole split pushing crap that he was. And it's actually made him more of a team fighter.
Yeah, exactly. You still don't... There's two ways to play him, okay? It's either... Both ways end up being a team fighter, but it's either you farm like crazy and avoid fights until you've got a heart and a diffusal and a manta, and then you just destroy everything, or you just get like a diffusal and a manta and then you just fight everything. There's just two ways to play it. You could get like travels, avoid fights if you want, you know, just farm out the entire map. Because before he needed the radiance to be able to be really useful, but now with just a diffusal and the ability to get away with
30 seconds
your doppelganger, you're okay with just like 2 items and you go.
Samael, the dagger's gonna fly out against him at the moment, but they are nowhere near. Like, when Spectre's your initiator, and when Spectre also puts level 1 into dagger,
that's not the worst thing. You might do that anyways. It's not terrible.
Just up against its offlane, like he's up against Universe now. So it's a Universe Nyx assassin who's gonna get the 100-100 rune. There's no way that Naga Siren is coming down that ramp. Not without we just watching over it. They at least get the 100-100 rune into the Gyrocopter, who I must say is a very wonderful cosmetic wing.
You're a fan?
Yeah, it looks like a fan. I'm also just
really
realizing that the 2 cores are all wearing Alliance gear. God, Alliance just sell themselves in the store. Gyrocopter's got the full Alliance set, and if you look over towards Fear, who's actually up against him, he's also wearing the Alliance set. Apart from the belt, he's not wearing the belt.
I mean, you might as well. They're good sets, man.
I wait for the day my Enigma set comes out.
Is that a thing?
It will be a thing.
Okay, good.
It's the last set that's going to be made with Anuxi, Danny Dem, as well as Tiago.
Oh, really? They're all gonna work on it?
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. They promised, and we have our conference of things, which we still talk about it, but we're having to wait for the new particle effect system to be released in Dota 2. Once it's up, then we're going to get close to playing, to having it. We need to be careful there. It's there, not being leveled up. It's like it's trying to get in range for a Riptide, but Fear just turns onto the Gyro and more orb attacks. This Gyrocopter does not have the life point to go up against like firepower of this magnitude. Even the Naga Siren, you just keep copping orb harassment.
Yeah, this is kind of the weakness of the support Naga, is that later on in the game it gets really strong. I kind of understand what I meant to do that on purpose, by the way.
Yes, he did. He spent all of his money before he died.
Yeah,
I was actually watching him die.
You know, that's... Oh, God, I was going to say... like, one of his friends does that. It's this guy named Lampercat. That's what he does. He wastes all of his mana and his HP, and then he just suicides to Ancients and then walks back. Well,
isn't that what Aoi also used to do over on Cloud9 when they ran, like, this Zeus support on the offlane? He'd blow everything he had, took a lot of damage, and then just denied himself towards, like, on some creeps, and then TV'd himself back in again and did the whole thing all over again.
Yeah,
just spammed out lightning, and then you burn all the consumables of the offlaner, or whatever laner, and you're basically good to go. I'm not quite sure how this is meant to work on top lane, because you've still got Spike Carapace over on Universe, so this rotation from the Naga is not going to be successful.
The problem, too, is that EG have really good lane setup. I know I sound like an EG fanboy, but they have really good lane setup so that if the Naga rotates mid, he doesn't really do anything, because PL is still going to free farm, and Skywrath is going to out-harass you.
Well, hello top lane. They're trying to have a crack over at line. Universe has a lot of damage to that Chilling Touch. Needs one more attack into the line to kill him. Okay, maybe PPT can reach that one. The Vortex is not going to make it easy to chase. And in fact, they actually give it up.
Yeah, what they're running into right now, as an issue, as I said, is that this Nyx, this Spectre is notoriously a weak laner. Like, late game, nobody beats it, but in the early game, absolute garbage. And the problem is, if you only have a solo Lion support, that's not what you want. It doesn't really do a whole lot. I know they fucked his like damage by 7 or something, but Nyx has one of the highest base regens in the game. Like, look, he's got full HP, he's got a poor man shield. There's no way the Lion can right-click trade with him. The Lion's only level 2 right now, and so it's like this weird trade-off: is do you sit this Naga up at top? If you sit this Naga up at top, let's see if you right. Like, you're you're not really gonna zone a Nyx out too well. And it's a Naga support. Like, you need levels, you need to be going around the map doing stuff.
Yeah.
So Wheel are just in this really weird position where they have to secure the Spectre farm, but Universe is going to get stuff no matter what, because he can just sit there in the middle of the lane with a 4-man shield. And he's got a stick too, and he's level 4.
Meanwhile, his opposite on bottom lane's getting absolutely nothing. Like, you got a Bat Rider who also looked mid Jarrett's dead. But you got the Bat Rider down on bottom lane who's managed to get 7 last hits up against the Shadow Fiend. Like, this is a safe lane SF who's gone 26-11. Sumail is at the time of his life down here, and what's Bat Rider meant to do? His base damage was even nerfed. It's 47 base damage, and he's being asked to try and contest up against an SF. Universe might also die on the top lane. Spy Carapace is protecting him. Stick charges, and in comes PPD. Man, the damage into the Naga. He might even get a kill. Universe into the tree line. Yep, they're going to lose one, and Spectre is locked in here. There's no dagger. PPD, one more Vortex, or slow him down. What has he got? Not enough. The Spectre's able to run himself away to safety, but there's still a 1-for-1 trade-off on the top. While the Bat Rider did end up going down to Sumail on the bottom.
I actually thought Universe was okay. Like, don't you think he could have just kept running down?
It did kind of feel like he could have, but...
he had to go for that XP and the kill. He's like, I'm gonna get this.
Or maybe he thought PPD was coming in
Dire's
with,
bottom
like,
tower
chilling touch
is
up
under
again or
attack.
something like that, because if he just turned and put one attack into the Spectre, you'd know you'd get a double kill.
Yeah, he's probably okay dying for that. A double kill for him. But in general, this offlane is going really well. EG have laned this really smartly. Like I said, the Naga support is good, but you need levels. And he doesn't really zone out the best. Like, you're better at contesting and getting into fights than you are at just straight off zoning an offlaner. And you typically don't see this in Nyx anymore, but as an offlane role, he's still really strong just because of the base regen. And if you know that Wheel have greedy supports, like a Lion and a Naga, those are greedy supports. And you've got a Spectre as your carry. It's not even a hero that can really contribute to zoning out the offlaner, right? And what are you going to do? Throw out the dagger? And so, if you know that, then you can get away with this really greedy Nyx pick. It's all just a laning thing, Toby.
Well, Wheel are going to try and win their mid lane, man. Because I'm looking at Dub, as well as Cian coming in.
Oh, top.
They actually... Alright, so Nyx are going to kill that. I'm going to see if they can get the one in mid, however. There's Owie and Fear to go up against the Rockets on over an Owie. They can snare him and they hold him. They're actually just bypassing Fear, but Fear's killing off the line. Looking for the stun, at least he got the Hex off into the flat cannon. But Dub, he's unable to run away from that Phantom Lance. So at the same time, PL, God, that's such a great escape mechanism. And then it's also able to dish out a crap ton of damage if they try and chase him.
Yeah,
What do they even call it? Just the doppelganger.
Yeah, you lost your Spectre, and in this game, to be 1-4-3 on 2, you lost your support line as well. Like, that's not that's not ideal.
No, it's not.
Those aren't the type of trades that you're gonna look for, especially with how far behind they are getting just from the laning phase. I mean, EG just laned this so smart. They send the AA at bottom originally just to get the SF a bit of a lead, and now that he's had like any sort of a bit of a lead against the Bat Rider, especially, he's gonna dominate him. Mid lane, just with the help of the Skywrath, like, Wheel don't have any heroes that can contest that dual lane. They just have to go for 3-man smoke ganks. But you're losing a hero every time you try to go there. And at top, like, PPD is just rotating around the map now. He can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
Like, he's pretty much set up bottom. Mid is pretty much set up as well.
He's going to have all the help on top lane because Universe now has Vendetta. So all he's got to do is just set up for the kill and look at Universe go.
Ready for this. Look at Dirk's farm too. If you just hover over the line really quickly, like to see how bad.
Holy crap!
Yeah, he's got one clarity.
How could you even like only find in 7 minutes 3 last hits and you've still managed to die twice?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I don't blame him. I didn't mean to say that he was doing.
It's not bad play from him. He's just got nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's in a rough position where he can't zone out the offlaner, because if he tries and the AA is there, he dies. But if he doesn't zone him out, then this is what happens. Your Nyx gets level 6 really quickly, and there's not much to do.
Yeah.
And there's just, like, Wheel is in this really weird position where no matter where they go, they're not really getting anything out of it. I guess if I were them, just play for the late game. Like, just, you have a lot of great late game heroes. Naga can protect your PL in fights. Like, here's what happens. The PL ultimates, hopefully he has a Radiance at this point. If the fight goes bad, then the Naga just ulties and then you reset and re-engage with PL ult. or I mean Spectre ultimate, and then you're in an okay position. But
hang on. Are you asking for a Naga Radiance?
Or no, Spec Radiance.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I just thought I got my wires crossed a little bit because I heard either PL or Naga Radiance. I'm just like, Oh, Relic.
Pretty much the same.
If he takes any kind of damage right now, like for example a Vendetta Universe,
yeah, he's gone.
yeah.
This is just Universe getting such a fast 6 like this is so game breaking. Like they have to have sentries everywhere, but like I said, the supports are so poor. Like what's this line? He's still got that one clarity.
They gave Naga a little bit of space on bottom lane so he could purchase up 2 new sentries, but to purchase sentries now he's got
Dire's
less for his
bottom
items.
tower is under attack.
They're gonna try and have a crack at top.
Rough situations here.
But PPD's got the movement speed. Derp's too far away to get that impale. And with the TP coming in, now Spectre's too close. So the instant hex over on Samal, the follow-up stun. She's going to catch both PPD as well as Samal, but Universe just catches up. And the Shadow Fiend, that was one
Dire's
medium raised after the attack
under
from
attack.
the Nyx Assassin. Are they going for this? Well, there's a call down, but this Spectre is already out. He does not want to be involved in this. Samal does have a rocket coming his way. He's going to be careful. But the rocket barrage has also been soaked up by the creep wave, so Samal didn't have to take all the damage here. Now he can turn for one long raise, and okay, he's got not quick enough turn. But Universe also not enough. He had enough mana with the 5 stick charges to get more. But they found Bat Rider farming up inside the jungle by the looks of it. Fear as well as Owie together.
So much map control right now on that half of the map, just because of this Nyx being level 6.
It's just painful. Like I feel really sad to watch this. Because it's like you've just had 2 heroes go up and into your own jungle, kill off your Bat Rider, who is still desperately trying to farm towards any level of Blink Dagger farm. And then you TP in towards the mid, thinking maybe with my illusions I can hold the mid, something like that. Move towards the front lines a little bit too far, and then you're slowed down 2 ways, concussive as well as the lance, taking damage from both.
There's the problem right now for Wheel that they've run into is that their lanes were just really greedy and predictable, and usually dual laning mid isn't ideal, but because of the type of lane situations they put themselves in, giving the SF an advantage and then leaving them in a straight one-on-one against the Bat Rider, and then the fact that they know that it's a support line and a support Naga, which are just greedy in general. I mean, you need levels on those heroes to be able to accomplish stuff. Yeah. And EG just exploited that all around the map. And I actually want to give big props to PPD. I feel like his rotations this game, like being able to set up bottom and then being able to go up the top and just set up Universe. We saw like him get kill after kill with Universe, and he didn't make it predictable at all too. And that's just how you win a game as a support, like as a 5-position support. Like he just won the game for his team.
Spectre's in trouble, a lot of trouble. Vortex, Chilling Touch, and Samal's just going to set Drum up and then wind into the ultimate. And you're not going to haunt yourself away from this one, but the Naga Siren was coming in. Now Smoke broke. I think she was coming down trying to help with the kill over on PPD. But I don't even know how he's meant to even kill off Samal, because Samal's walking around with just this... Okay,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I just want to see what happened before I said anything. But Samal's got a buckler as well on this SF before he even finishes up treads. The Ice Blast connects on the Bat Rider. Fear can't get another lance off. Spectre's going to go for the ultimate, and it's down for the bottom lane. They're going to try and kill off Samal. He's still got Yulsep to revival, so it evades, in fact, almost all the call down, but Lion's going to make him bounce when he hits the deck by throwing out his own little spike, while Bat Rider gets ganked out by Fear and Owie in the mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, so that's an okay trade for Wheel. You lose your mid tower,
Dire's
and
top tower is
normally
under
it's not a
attack.
good trade. You lose your mid tower and your Bat Rider, but they do get the SF. It does take 4 heroes, but still, at this point when you're this far behind, you take trades.
Yeah.
Like, we'll take them.
Because you're always going to get ahead with the swing effect in Dota 2 right now.
Yeah, you're okay with that
Dire's
trade
middle
too.
tower
Oh
is under
no.
attack.
Oh no. Goodbye, Spectre. That's a level 2, I'm pretty sure. No, level 1? Even a level 1's going to be enough. He just predicted the walk back. The last bit of vision he would have got received was down the bottom lane at the rune, at the river entry. But that's the last place he could have had a battle there. Last place he could have seen. Fear didn't Spear evade the first missile from the call down, but he's just able to chase so quickly with that just one level up in Phantom Rush. So the Gyro's blowing his ultimate, and Fear is kind of
Dire's
unaffected
bottom
right
tower
now.
has fallen.
Well, looks like the Shadow Fiend's having a great
Dire's
time.
structures are
Nagasong,
fortified.
remember there's no cooldown, but you do have Lasso. And who's he going to control? He's going to control Universe. But Universe, he got the Spy Carapace off in time. He's still being dragged back. She wasn't Spy Carapace, Vendetta was in range of the tower. Okay, well that's going to be 2 heroes down very, very quickly. No, he did get his Spy Carapace off. There's no one did any damage to him. They just lassoed and dragged it back in range of the tower.
They avoided right-clicking him and they just waited it out. I mean, if you don't have the Spike Carapace up, or if you don't have the Spike Carapace up, you're okay with that if you're Wheel, but you just wait it out. Like, Nyx isn't that tanky under a tower with a bunch of illusions for Naga and 5 heroes set up, and that's actually a really good swing for Wheel. Okay, as I say that.
Yeah, it seems Naga tried to fight Samael underneath the tower. Or maybe not willingly.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah, he
under
wasn't down
attack.
to do that. I can assure you.
Top lane, you got trouble for the gyro too.
Discarded. That's almost a Blink Dagger completed for Universe too.
Well, he's got that. Fear's already got his Diffusal Blade. So you're trying to battle this one up. And a support little hero like Nagasari has got
Dire's
no
middle
mana pool
tower
to speak
is under
of.
attack.
And relies so heavily on mana. That Song of the Siren isn't even a guarantee during the fights now. Just 3 or 4 swipes from a PL. Even if it's an illusion, you're kind of in trouble.
Yeah, but Wheel have good. Alright, to Wheel's credit, I don't want to be that caster that says like Wheel's out of it. To Wheel's credit, they have a lot of AoE. They've got the Gyrocopter, the Spectre, they get the Radiance of her, the Naga Splish Splash, the Lion Beam, the Mana Train. Like they have a lot of ways to deal with the Phantom Lancer. And they have the heroes to try to lock down and stuff like that. Their downside right now is that they're just getting far behind the farm right now. Like they just have to figure out a way to get farm on the map like safely. But it seems like anytime you leave like one hero, another hero just dies. Like at bottom, the Spectre just dies to Sumail straight up.
I was actually watching middle lane because I just want to see Wheels succeed in a kill.
We're rooting for them. Like,
yeah, we kind of are. You always go for the underdog. Nice cooldown on top of Fear, but he can get closer. Naga can't ensnare, and here comes Samael. He's got Chilling Touch on him. Nice one by Derb, keeping him away for now. But Gyrocopter, he's practically out of mana. He's actually using his Rocket Barrage before he runs out of mana. While Universe blinks in, able to catch up the Lion. The Gyro is down for the count, popping into a million different pieces. And it seems one alliance set stronger than the other.
Yeah, there's right. I mean, what's going on right now is that Wheel, again, they just have too greedy of a draft. They don't have a way to protect their heroes. I think what they expected was for a standard lane setup where they put the SF mid and then they put it on there. With the setup as it is right now, they just can't stop the bleeding, it seems.
Yeah. And the bleeding is pretty, it's life-threatening. In fact, it's going to end the life right now of Wheel. As it was just too much initiation. They couldn't find any openings. 21-6 will be the end result. And Evil Geniuses will remain undefeated and getting closer and closer towards that direct slot into the LAN finals, the joinDOTA MLG Pro League, where there's over $75,000. In fact, we're actually over $80,000 up for grabs. You can help support this by purchasing the ticket inside Dota 2, and we'll also be having something releasing hopefully in the next week or two, and that will make it available for you guys to also